Hey guys, John here, and welcome to a channel update video. Alright, so it's been a while. Last update video I did was talking about demonetization back in, November or whatever, and that hasn't changed. Repeated attempts to get remonetized have failed. I've made changes, I've removed some videos, I've updated descriptions and thumbnails and all kinds of things, and they're still denying me. Hopefully that'll change without having to remove everything that gets me views entirely. But either way, that has left me struggling for inspiration for the channel. I won't deny it. It really has. However, I have some good news, to share. Not monetization-wise, but we reached a milestone on this channel that I didn't really know if I would ever get to, but the last couple years may not have been as kind financially, but they have been pretty kind with views and subscriber gains. So yeah, as of a couple of days ago, this channel reached 20,000 subscribers. So that feels pretty cool to say. Obviously, you don't get a plaque or any of that kind of stuff, but it feels pretty cool to say that I reached 20K. That is a big number, and it's been a long time. I mean, we're like, I don't know, 11 and a half years into this, right? Yes, 11 and a half years into this, and there were times when I thought that we were gonna really, really climb the ranks for a while, and then there was times when I thought, man, I'll be lucky to ever hit 10K, and here we are at 20, so it feels really good, and I'm really thankful to everybody who has, subscribed and watched along the way. I know a lot of you aren't around anymore, or you only subscribe for very specific things, and when those things aren't put up, you aren't around. I get it, it's the way it works on YouTube. But for the handful of you who have been here for basically ever, thank you. And it really feels great to have achieved, a pretty cool milestone. I do want to celebrate it in some way. In the past, I would do like special videos or streams or something to commemorate, milestones. And I haven't done one in a long time. I kept meaning to for certain ones we had in the past, certain milestones, and I just never did. And now I feel like if I'm gonna do one, I gotta do it on this, right? It's like 20K it's a big number, so I'm gonna come up with something. I'm not exactly sure what. It might be sort of a look back over the years kind of a thing, maybe mixed with some little fun gimmick that we can throw in there. I'm not really sure yet, but it's gonna take me some time to put together. So yeah, the way things go, I'll probably be at like 21 or 22K before the 20K special goes up, but that's fine. I just want you guys to know that I am going to be working on something special, and that I do appreciate it a lot that we've come this far. As far as what comes for the future, I don't really know. Monetization, it's not everything, obviously, and if I have to remove every video that actually gets a lot of views in order to get them to monetize the rest of them, it's not even really worth it. I mean, like, we have to be honest about the fact that the regular gaming videos just don't do that well. But little by little, they've been forcing me to remove all the quote-unquote passion projects that I had that were actually garnering views. There's one remaining, just one, and if it has to go as well, then the views will go with it. But whatever the case may be, I still have projects I want to do. I obviously am still streaming every single night over on Twitch for Stream a Day. I haven't broken the streak yet. It's still going. And I have a lot of stuff that will come from that'll go up on the channel. We just finished up Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb finally. After all of these years, I finally finished that game. We've got Dark Souls Remastered going right now, and a lot of you guys seem to like that. Stuff like that. I have some projects that I'm still trying to finish up behind the scenes, stuff I need to edit, like the end of Super Mario Sunshine, stuff like, a bunch of Minecraft stuff and all that. And then Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, I think, is something I still want to continue, since I was able to get past the blockade, as it were, that was preventing me from making progress. And I also learned some very important things about how to play the game properly. So we'll probably be continuing Chain of Memories. I just don't know if it's going to be recorded or on stream. I haven't decided that yet, but either way, it'll end up here eventually. And then Mass Effect, I'm definitely going to continue. I know it's like, once again, start Mass Effect and then it disappears, and I'm sorry. But life threw me a lot of curveballs as far as being able to record, like, during the day and stuff, and can't really do that at night either. So it's like, it's been a hard thing to keep up with, plus the demotivation of everything going on with YouTube. So Mass Effect will come back once I'm done moving, which is another thing that I want to update you guys on. Some of you already know, but I am in the process of preparing the next place. It needed some work, but it'll be like a month or so, and then I should be moved in, set up, everything like that. And it should allow for me to be able to record more often. And that in and of itself will be a motivator to make more content, just because when you get out of practice of recording and editing, and you're just like, just not in the mood to do stuff anymore, it all just dies off. But if I can get back into a rhythm with that kind of thing, it's going to make me motivated to do the rest of the stuff too, and we should be able to get back to some semi-consistent videos. I don't want to say like a schedule, I don't want to say daily, because I really don't know exactly how much I'm going to be able to do. There's so much stuff that I want to edit. I mean, like Fortnite footage and all these things I talked about like before. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to crank out a bunch of episodes of those, and then I just didn't, because I just lost all motivation. So I've got like hard drives, multiple hard drives that are just packed full of footage that I could turn into videos that I just haven't. So I'm hopefully going to be able to catch up on some of that, or at the very least make some decisions on like, okay, I'm never going to use this footage, let's delete it and free up some space. And I have been doing that actually with some things. And then the ones that I've decided, that I decide not to do, I'm going to just go ahead and export like the stream VODs straight to the John Plays Games Live archive channel here on YouTube. Or if it's something specific, like for example, racing related stuff would go on the racing channel. I've been putting up some stream VODs over there on the racing channel too, just to have some content going over there. I'm trying to get that kind of going again. I'm going to be doing the career mode stuff over there and all that with NASCAR Heat 5. I also have a multiplayer thing planned with some friends. So little by little, I'm trying to get things situated and going again. I just need you guys to understand that for the next month or so, it's going to be difficult with the whole move thing. But once everything is settled, I should be able to get some things consistently worked out again. I'll be able to finally record the last little bit of Uncharted 4. I know I said I was going to finish that, but I wasn't going to upload any of it until I was done, because I wanted to make sure it could all go up, consistently once it comes back. And then I hit like the stumbling block of life that was just like, you're not going to be able to record the last hour of this. You're just not. And it's just been frustrating. But Uncharted 4 will finish. And in the future, I want to redo like the whole series, because I never actually did the first 3 on this channel. I did them on my side channel. And I'd like to kind of redo the whole series at some point. Plus there was the last game too that comes after 4, but that's in the future. We're not worried about that. Another thing is Spider-Man. I think the thing with Spider-Man, PS4 Spider-Man, that I'm going to end up doing is just finishing it on stream probably, because at this point it's been so long, and I have so many other things that I want to get done, that the only quick and succinct way that I'm going to get through the rest of the game is probably on stream. So that's probably something I'll end up doing with that. But there's as far as like unfinished projects, there's really not a lot of them that I'm that concerned about, other than Uncharted and Spider-Man. And then, like I say, I've got all this footage from the end of Sunshine. I just have to edit it, and a lot of it's coin hunting. It's like that takes forever to edit down because it's just so freaking boring. And then there's stuff like Skyrim that I sort of stopped streaming. I have one more stream that I hadn't edited to put up, but I'd stopped streaming it for a few different reasons, and I'm hoping I can get back to it at some point, because that's, you know, that's a fun project, a lengthy one. Like, it has the potential to run for a long time, obviously, because Skyrim's such a huge game, and I have mods in it. So like, it's only gonna, you know, get more complicated with those. But yeah, so there's a lot of things I'm gonna try to work through, but one step at a time, you know. Get through this house repair move thing, get settled, and then really focus on getting back into the swing of things, one project at a time. Get them, you know, completed or back up and running, or whatever the case may be. And then we'll see from there, right? Honestly, even if I get remonetized, but then the, you know, situation is that I'm getting like no views and all that kind of stuff, then I'm probably going to be less inspired to do fully off-screen recorded series, and it'll probably mostly be made up of stream content. But I want to give it, you know, I keep saying this, I want to give it another try, and it's like going on almost 12 years, and how many tries are you going to give it? But I want to give it another valiant effort, and we will see what happens. It's a bummer, you know, it's a bummer that this stuff keeps happening, you know, that this platform treats people the way that it does, unless you're important enough not to be treated this way, I guess is the way to look at it. Because there are so many channels that I see get away with stuff that I would never be able to get away with, and they're monetized and doing great. And it's like, I don't begrudge them that. I just wonder, you know, what's the dividing line? I guess it's just subscriber count, or maybe it's some other thing that I'm just missing. But either way, hopefully, you know, at some point it could get back to a thing that will work for me, both creatively and financially. But I doubt it. I honestly believe that that YouTube is kind of destined to always just be a hobby that takes way too much of my time. So learning to balance that with you know, priorities and more important things is going to be important for me going forward. I just have to accept some of the realities of the situation, I guess, as we go forward. But pushing all that aside, 20,000 subscribers, thank you again for all of you who are a part of this. If you subscribed because of things that aren't on the channel anymore, or that I'm not currently doing anymore, I'm really sorry. You know, it is unfortunate that times change, or that content changes, or whatever, but it happens across all of YouTube. If you're seeing this video and you're one of those subscribers and you are like, hey, I was specifically here for this thing, let me know in the comments. Because, like, for example, if you were one of the early days racing supporters, you know, I have my racing channel. I'm trying to get that back up off the ground again. I really need that channel to get over the requirement threshold to get partnered so that it could earn some revenue. So if you're one of the 20,000 people that are here trying to support, that haven't subscribed to John Plays Racing Games, please do, because that channel, it's like 700 and some subscribers. It needs to be over 1,000 and have more watch time to get monetization. So it would be great to get that off the ground in a big way going forward, and maybe allow for, whoa, why you blink? Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because my lights are flickering for some reason. I don't know if you can tell. You probably can. But anyway, I don't know why it's doing that, but it's kind of freaking messing with my eyes. So I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching, for supporting, and all that stuff. Like I say, you know, subscribing to the side channels helps out a lot. If you go to my main channel page, there's a section that has other channels. It's my other channels and of course my friends' channels. So if you want to support, that's a good way of helping out. You know, if for some reason you'd like to help out in some financial way, I looked into, like, you know, maybe doing like a Patreon type of thing or something along those lines. But there's so many of those things that they take a big cut of what you get. And when your viewers are like, hey, I can only give you $5 this month, but I hope it helps, and then that platform takes half of it, and that's like Twitch, that's Patreon, all that stuff, they like take half of it, and it's like, well, that's kind of crummy that your viewer is having to pay this corporation to pay you. It's kind of weird. But I do have a donate link in the description if you want to, you know, send some money through PayPal. That way I get 100% of whatever you want to offer. If you can't, I totally understand that. The best way, of course, you can help then is to just, you know, make sure you're subscribed to all the channels, you know, hit the thumbs up, you know, leave a comment, try to help push those videos better into the algorithm, and, you know, share them on Twitter if you have that or whatever. You know, things like that are always good too. So this is getting worse. What is going on, man? This is crazy. Something happening to my power. I'm gonna go. See you guys. I'll work on that milestone video and all these other things I'm talking about. Look at this blinking. What the heck? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.